cannot believe I'm about to say this, but it makes more sense than Space Jam.
It honestly does.
Everyone, before we start the review, I need to let you know that this video has been approved and sponsored by AMC Shudder. And if you are here for the review, then chances are you grew up watching Space Jam. You've been watching it ever since you were a wee little kid. But now that you've gotten older, your taste in movies has expanded to include things such as, I don't know, maybe horror. And if that is you, then you need to check out Shudder.com, SHUDDER.com. You can go over there and find your typical scary monsters and your crazy psycho killers. Look at the posters right here. But Shudder has so much more to offer than just straightforward horror. Look at all the categories right here: supernatural, killers, creature features, psychological thrillers, exclusives and originals, international for those who like the horror from around the world, documentaries for those who want to get educational and learn something, comedies for those who want to laugh and be scared at the same time, crime and mystery, revenge. They even have sci-fi, cult films, and short films. Not into all that blood and gore. Well, I just gave you a bunch of categories, which gives you a bunch of variety. You don't have to deal with it. But hey, Shudder can keep it classy too, such as with their Alfred Hitchcock collection, featuring one of my favorite movies, Rear Window. And since Shudder specializes in horror, they dig deep to even find lost gems from some of your favorite horror directors, such as this short film from one of my favorite directors, George A. Romero, Amusement Park.
The man in the amusement park is a mirror image of yourself. Bye.
People, it's pretty much the Netflix of horror, and you know you want it, so sign up today and have the horror follow you wherever you go. It's on all the devices out there. I got the list right here: iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, Xbox One, Amazon Fire TV, Google Chromecast, Roku, Android devices. Oh, Shudder's not going to let you get away. And believe it or not, we haven't even got to the best part yet. Normally, Shudder would cost you $5.99 per month or $56.99 per year, but I'm going to hook you up 30 days for free. That's right, 30 days for free. All you have to do is go to Shudder.com, SHUDDER.com, and type in our promo code Double Toasted. Once again, that's SHUDDER.com, Shudder.com, and type in the promo code Double Toasted. Once again, this video has been approved and sponsored by AMC Shudder. I want to thank them and you for the support. Thank you. Double Toasted Live in New York is coming up very soon, September 10th. That's right around the corner, so get your tickets now by going to doubletoasted.com or going to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn, and we will be at the Roulette Intermediate in Brooklyn. All access tickets are sold completely out, but we still have a handful of VIP tickets that will let you get to the show early and come backstage and celebrate my birthday with me. So get your tickets now before they're gone. Go to doubletoasted.com or go to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn, and we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. So, a computer AI that looks like Don Cheadle abducts the son of LeBron James, and LeBron has to team up with Bugs Bunny to get his child back. Oh, the love of a father and what he would do.
Yeah. It's like a Liam Neeson movie.
Exactly. It's like Taken, except by a stupid ass movie. Oh, now I know you guys are looking at me and thinking like, "Wow, Corey, you're really gonna split hairs here, huh?" Because when you think about it, it's not any crazier than when Michael Jordan had to go and save Toontown from some mutated aliens that wanted to build a theme park in Bugs Bunny Land or something.
Yeah. Why was Michael Jordan involved in that?
Pardon me, Mr. Jordan. Could I have your your John Hancock?
What's going on here?
We need your help.
What's going on here?
What's going on? Damn, how hard did he hit his head when he got to Toontown? What's going on here? That man got a concussion. Or he's just a terrible actor.
I just like, how many takes did it was it to even get that much before they just threw their hands up and went, We'll clip it.
You know what? I said he had a concussion. The crew had a concussion trying to get him to do that line. Man. What time? 1:30 in the morning? Just take it. Shit.
Just grab the best one. The best one? Anyone. I don't know. The one where he completes the sentence.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I don't even know why, after all these years, I don't know why Michael Jordan was there.
Yeah.
He was there to help them save their real estate because some aliens wanted to come in, some cartoon alien wanted to build a theme park, and for some reason in Toontown Land or Looney Tunes Land, I don't know why.
Imagine you got conscripted to the Toonland to help them fight some monsters who just want to build a theme park. Wouldn't you be like, I don't give a
I think that's Michael Jordan. It's not that he can't say the line. He just don't give a You're like, are you for real?
You got to help us. I don't got to do shit.
Well, you know, people are like, well, damn. When you put it that way, Space Jam 2 sounds perfectly normal. That sounds completely logical. Yeah, man. Now look, we all know that I was involved in that first Space Jam from years ago, 25 years ago from now. Mm-hmm. It is July 14th, 2021. And I, 25 years ago, was involved with this, where I did everything. I gave my life, soul, blood, and ass to this project here. Director, producer, animator, stunt coordinator. Michael Jordan didn't want to show up some days. Who you think filled in?
Of course, you had to be his double.
Had to be his double.
And voice actor.
Yeah, they put me in blackface so I could be Michael Jordan because I was just a tad bit too late. And let's not forget that when it was all said and done, if you remember nothing else about my contribution to Space Jam, I gave the world the gift of the greatest shadow ever. Oh my God! Look at that.
That's perfection.
Look at that tint.
All the correct angles.
The curves, the contour.
Mm-hmm.
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
I should make that an NFT and sell that for $6 million.
I know.
Right there, but I can't. They won't let me near it again.
Well, you know, I mean, that's the sad thing. You did all this to put it together, and in the end, the lawyers screw you. So your name just gets bumped out of the main credits
exactly.
to the very end.
They won't let me on the Warner Brothers lot today. I was thrilled to get the opportunity to come back and work on this again, to finally see my true vision with Space Jam 2. That was soon crushed because of, as they say, creative differences. But to be fair, I have not seen the final product of what they've done. I've seen the way they messed up Space Jam when I had my vision, what it was before. Now with this, I haven't seen it. So I'm willing to come in and be fair and trying hard to move my biases aside so that I can come in and give this a fair review. Can I let go of my baby? Come in here and talk about this in a mature fashion? And Martin is, you know, because he knows me, he's a little bit too close to this too. He don't like what they did to me.
I don't. And I tried to post about it, but my posts always get taken down.
God.
Mysteriously.
Damn, Warner Brothers. Let me stop talking before I bring my biases back.
No.
Oh, people.
No. We're here to be fair.
You're here to be fair. You know what, people? We'll leave that old Space Jam behind. People, today, it's a new legacy.
Welcome, King James.
I'll take it from here. Sam, shoot the ball.
Take that, you black bitch! You know Yosemite Sam is racist. Shot the only black person in the room. I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but it makes more sense than Space Jam.
It honestly does.
I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. But
I know. And everybody's been seeing the trailers and rolling their eyes, and I know I did too. But I was like, they found a plot that actually works, and everybody's motivation makes sense.
People, I can't believe I came out of that shit saying, well, because somebody said, because the rep was there, he said, what'd you think? And I said, well, shit, it actually made more sense than Space Jam 1.
I didn't say that.
Because people keep wanting to say, they keep throwing a lot of things in it compared to like, hey, oh man, it's Roger Rabbit, it's Ready Player One, it's the first Space Jam. People, it might be some of those things, but really, when the movie starts out, it's a combination of Space Jam with Tron.
Yeah.
The beginning of the movie is like Tron.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm on a roll tonight. If you really want me to get crazy, it makes more sense than Tron.
You were absolutely right. Because that was
I can't believe I'm saying this.
That was the thing. This is what will make a movie fall apart for me a lot of times. Is like there's that part of my brain, even if I'm not consciously thinking it, there's a back part of my subconscious going like, I don't understand why anybody's doing this. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to keep going. But here it was like, yeah, okay, that tracks. All right, yeah, all right, I get it. Before like, I'm just here to help you tunes who I just met, as opposed to like, hey, I need to save my son. Oh, wow. And I know you guys. I acknowledge that you are part of this universe that everyone knows.
Yeah, even Michael Jordan know all the he was in Space Jam.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell am I doing here? y'all want an autograph? I don't know why I feel this way. I don't want to say this shit.
I'm just glad you said it first.
Hey, I ain't gonna do you like that. I'll say it.
I was like, well,
look, even the whole thing with all the commercialism, y'all don't hurt me. It makes sense.
Wow, okay, I thought that's where you were really gonna come down on it.
Well, I'm not saying it's right or it's good, but it makes sense.
You know what it is about all that? Less so than Ready Player One or even the Lego movie. So much of it is just in the background and blurred.
Yeah.
To where it's there. We know it's there. Yeah, all right, Warner Brothers, you have a lot of properties.
Yeah.
God damn it. Y'all don't have to keep shoving that in our faces. However, you just spread it across the landscape and didn't really make a big deal out of it.
No, it's just a bunch of blurs in the background. Hey,
Yeah.
you know.
And anytime you stopped and focused on it, you're like, okay, these are like actors from Six Flags, the character actors who walk around while you're at the theme park.
It looks like a Warner Brothers company costume party where somebody brought some real good cocaine and everybody's in costume. Yeah!
It's like, yeah, once you got fitted for your costume, well, okay, so what do I do when I get out there? This?
Yeah, they didn't have shit to do.
It's like, just pretend you're at the opening of a new car dealership and you're one of those rubber things.
Yeah, people were high off their ass the whole time in the background. All the motherfuckers was just back there doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Because the Joker was doing what the Joker was supposed to do. Joker like, but everybody's like, Mr. Freeze,
Mr. Freeze,
goddamn,
and the ice zombies from
the
Game
White
of Thrones.
Walkers and shit. Everybody out there.
It's like you think you went to a basketball game, but really it was a daytime costume rave.
It looks funny because if it ain't a Warner Brothers costume party, then it's like it's the after party for all the mascots at the theme park.
Yes, that's what they look like. They look like the mascots at the theme parties.
Because none of them look like the real characters, all right? None of them. They all look like Warner Brothers land over in Six Flags. And it looks like the end of the night when everything, the park is closed down and all those got drunk.
Yep.
And just started partying and shit.
Well, did you notice with the cartoon characters, some of them are 2D and some of them are 3D, just in the background?
What's that?
The cartoon characters, like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera characters, is like some of them they go, okay, you're gonna be 2D. No, we need you to be 3D. Okay, this group right here, y'all are 3D, you're 2D. Which one do you want to be? No, you're 3D.
I think they were all 3D.
Some of them look flat.
Some of them were like cell shaded, but they were.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, some were cell shaded, but they were all 3D models.
Well, that's what I mean then, cell shaded.
Yeah,
but some weren't.
But even the marketing in this, like this is because everybody's talking about how they putting their properties out there. Now, again, I'm not trying to justify what they're doing here because this still is one big commercial, but it makes sense with the way they sold it. You know, they had a pitch meeting to LeBron James about, hey, we want to put you in this property, this game, this video thing where you're going to play all these characters in these Warner Brothers properties. And LeBron James says, no, I'm not doing that. To which soonly after he does that, he does exactly what he was making fun of.
You know what? That's what it is that even though they do that thing that everybody sees in the commercial and hates, but it was part of the story. They set it up early.
They did.
So when it happens, you can't go like, man, y'all just pulling out anything. You're like, we told you this in the first 10 minutes.
And Don Cheadle, they created an AI that's so smart. Now, this is stupid. I'm not saying it's cool, but at least, it's a movie. It's a kid's movie. So the AI that they created to put LeBron James into all these Warner Brothers properties and sell them, the AI is so smart that it's like, well, if he turns it down, they can't make him come back in, then I'm gonna kidnap his kid and make him do it because I want to be recognized for being as smart and creative and advanced as I am. So he pulls a Tron on LeBron James and zaps his kid and him in there and says, "Hey, bitch, if you don't play basketball with me, I'm gonna make you stay here forever. Even if you do play basketball with me, then you know what? If you don't win, then your ass is staying here forever." As crazy as it sounds, it makes more sense than Space Jam. They gave a lot more explanation.
They really did. I mean, that's the thing. I had to sit back and go like, you know what? They actually sat down and thought this out. It wasn't just, hey, we got 2 commercial properties. Let's put this shit together and make some money.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like they said, like, well, we got something we know people want to see, but let's make it fun for us. Even the whole thing of exploiting all their other properties. It's almost like they said, like, listen, if we're doing this, we might as well make the most out of it.
Yeah, and you know what? The story is out there, but the thing is, LeBron, this whole thing with LeBron, because he has to get his son back and everything, it does have more story than just brand recognition like Jordan did.
Sure, because they spend the first quarter of the movie just with LeBron James and his family and making them actually real people. So when all the crazy shit happens, like, well, I've already been following somebody, so I can go with it.
It's funny, too, because at the beginning, I almost wish they hadn't got as stupid as they did, because the beginning is like a drama.
Right.
LeBron's out there with his mama, and, they show the family life, and I'm like, man, I'm actually kind of liking this.
I know.
We don't really need Bugs Bunny here right now.
I felt the same way, because it's a while before they get Bugs Bunny there, and I was like, this is going good like it is. Is there a way we could just skip the cartoons altogether?
Yeah, we didn't really need the Looney Tunes for this shit. I was fine having the LeBron James fake autobiography, even if it wasn't real. I was kind of digging on that, man. Yeah. And the other thing is that LeBron is not a great actor. All right, LeBron. Because everybody thought LeBron was going to get an Oscar and shit after he did Trainwreck. Oh, my God, he can act too?
Well, don't say everybody, because it's mostly you.
No, I didn't say no Oscar. I did say, but I agree. I'm still on that train where I say, no pun intended, but I'm still out there where I say, you know what, LeBron James, yeah, he wasn't, look, he wasn't a trained actor, and he wasn't.
But he was very good in Trainwreck.
But he was Trainwreck. Damn, how many trains we going to up over here, crashing all these trains? LeBron James, he was charming and he was funny, and he had for somebody who's not a comedic actor, he has some comedic timing down.
You know Superman was created in Cleveland?
Yeah, no, I know Superman was created in Cleveland. You've told me that a number of times.
Between Miami and Cleveland, it's the same.
He's like, shut up and dribble. I don't want to be that person, but shut up and dribble.
That's that look of like, if I open my mouth right now, I'm going to say something really offensive to you, because what you just said was so stupid.
So stupid. I'm about to say, you dumb black mother, but I'm going to hold it.
But I don't want to.
I don't want to do that. Now, LeBron James is not as good as he was in that clip right there. And let's not forget that there was a lot of editing in that clip, too.
True.
But I will say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
That's the whole thing I kept thinking. I was like, he's not good, but he's still way better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, at least he's trying.
He's trying. He's not painfully bad.
No, he's not. No, he is not painfully bad. He's trying. And the other thing that is cool with him here is that most of the time he's animated. So you don't see live LeBron until like the game at the end. But there's a big chunk of the movie where he's like a 2D cartoon.
In the middle, it's where he's a 2D cartoon. And it's weird because as a 2D cartoon, his acting felt better. And I guess maybe just not seeing his actual face.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's good that there's a good chunk of him because cartoon LeBron is way better than the real LeBron.
Yeah.
Shit, he might play basketball better. Jordan just looked bored in space.
Exactly.
He just wanted to get his money. He's like, I'm out.
What are we doing here?
What y'all want? What you want, Toons? What Jordan didn't do is try to sell as much shit as this. We're talking about the man who's all about marketing,
Yeah.
Mr. Air Jordan himself.
Yeah.
He ain't nearly tried to sell as much shit as this movie did right here.
I'm surprised they didn't have a merch table in the lobby.
Oh, and you know when this movie tries to make fun of itself, like that's gonna make it better, it doesn't. We can still see through that. Just because, like I said, LeBron turns down this thing because, no, I'm not about selling out like that. I'm all about basketball. And then 5 minutes later in the movie, he sells out to the rest of the
Although he does have a line about, yeah, it doesn't work out when you have athletes trying to be actors.
that was good. Now and another thing, like I said, you know, because they tried what the movie does is like it does a lot of things where it's trying to make fun of itself, and then it turns around and does the exact thing. Movie's a hypocrite.
Yeah,
Does the
there's
exact
two
thing.
different brains working on this.
Martin, I hate that fucking hat. Hey, Martin, I like my new hat, man. You know, it does this. It does the same thing as making fun of itself for doing it. And you know, and people see through that. As we were saying with some of the characters in the background, you know, the characters don't look like the characters. They're all going crazy. Now, say what you will about Ready Player One, but Ready Player One, at least all those characters look like the characters.
True.
But it did adhere to a theme. Mm-hmm. And while they do adhere to a theme here and they actually give you a reason why they are doing what they're doing, a large chunk of that theme is selling you shit. It's marketing.
Well, that's the funny thing, you know. Our villain, Al G Rhythm.
I'll be damned.
Which I feel like that's the algorithm you have to deal with at YouTube. But he's the main one, really pimping out the Warner Brothers stock. It's all about him going, well, we got this and we got this and we got this. He's a big huckster, even though it's like, this is for my evil plan.
Yeah.
Which is really to sell you on.
Yeah.
Hey, you want that HBO Max subscription now, don't you?
Yeah.
Look at all you could get access to. Oh, but anyway, back to the plot.
No, he ain't no villain. He's a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Why they invited all of the Warner Brothers land there? There's no reason.
There's no reason.
We need an audience. No, you don't. You need a sale.
Yeah.
You need subs. That's what you need. Yeah.
But I guess if your goal was to put it all out there, what reason would you give?
I mean, look, at least you put some effort into like working into the story. I will give you that. But goddamn it, there's a point where it's like, I know what you're doing, man. There's a point where the movie's just saying, look, motherfucker, you want HBO Max or not? All right?
It's the Six Flags gift shop.
It is. It is. The whole thing at a point where it just turns into an amusement park ride where the whole thing is not to thrill you, but to just get you to buy some shit at the end of the ride.
Yeah.
Like you land in the gift shop at the end. What they gonna do next? Have the Looney Tunes going door to door selling cable?
Yeah, excuse me, Doc.
With all these characters coming in, and even though they are in the background, and it is fun trying to watch these characters sometimes. Like if you've grown up with Hanna-Barbera, if you've grown up with Looney Tunes, if you've grown up with movies, you know, okay, some of this doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It makes sense for them to try to sell HBO Max.
Yes.
But it is fun to look at all that. But at a certain point, it's just, this becomes Roger Rabbit with ADHD.
Sure.
It's because it gets so frantic.
I think after Ready Player One, they know that doing something like this is going to get people to pause it and pick out all the characters. Hey, can you name everybody? There's 2,000 characters in there. Can you name them all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Going on the internet and circle them from what do you call it? Screen grabs?
Screen grabs, yeah. They did that with the trailer, and they knew they would. That's why they did it. Roger Rabbit, as I was mentioning, Roger Rabbit felt like true homage out of respect to a lot of their cameos and Easter eggs in there. You know, this really does feel like get out there and sell my shit. Get out there and sell these packages. And I said it before, man, and I'll say it again. You know what this movie is? It's Warner Brothers just ejaculating all their properties onto a screen and selling you the dirty towel after it's done.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to buy this cum rag right here? Yeah, man, it's got all the crazy stuff in it. It's, you know, it's even at they're selling not just HBO, they're selling packages, man. They're selling like HBO Max, they're selling Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah.
Because they got Yosemite Sam and a Casablanca scene in here. They're selling Cartoon Network. People, I'm not going to spoil too much, but Rick and Morty's up in this bitch, man.
I know.
Rick and Morty had y'all killing each other over
Pringles.
over Pringles and Szechuan sauce or whatever it was. Mulan sauce at McDonald's. So they sold out a long time ago. Don't you ever say. Don't you sit up here. You act like... And by the way, yeah, Pepe Le Pew, but let's put a drunken and abused child in here.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
Wow, Pepe Le Pew, let's put a bunch of rapists in. I'm going back to that. Because, look, we already said they put Clockwork Orange in here and everything, but goddamn, Rick stays drunk. Rick kills people.
Yeah.
Rick everything he can see.
Yes.
Let's put him in his kids' film right here. Yeah. But Pepe, you got to go, man.
I don't know, man. You got some questionable moves. It's like I will harass no one. Can't trust you though.
I only wanted to kiss. I raped no one.
I'm just so lonely. I don't know your ways.
Yeah. Like rapist, right? That's not us, Morty. We're getting Warner Brothers checks, Morty. We're getting paid, bitch. Paid, yeah.
I do like that. Whereas in the original Space Jam, the celebrity, who also comes in from nowhere is Bill Murray, and you're like, why? I don't know, because he's Bill Murray, though. It's like, all right. Here they bring in actual basketball players. I was like, this makes more sense.
Yeah, and they had basketball players in the last one, too.
Did they?
Yeah. They had a lot of cameos of basketball players. Because the plot of the first one was they took the abilities from the basketball players.
Right.
Because they couldn't play anymore.
Right. But I mean, had them actually playing on the team.
Yeah, no, they didn't have them playing on the team. They made like alien versions.
Like they made characters of these guys.
Yeah. Well, with this, if I had to... Okay, so you're being clever. Yes, I commend you on that. But this is... It's still a commercial.
Yeah.
You know what this reminded me of? This is the 2-hour version of the Paramount Plus commercial from the Super Bowl.
I know. I thought about that too.
To Paramount Mountain, where they are greeted by...
Now imagine 2 hours of that on steroids. And that's what you got here. And listen, I'll be honest with you. I found myself liking some of the things that they did because some of the stuff, it made sense. Some of it made sense. Like Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote running with the Wild Boys of Mad Max.
Yeah.
That made sense. That was funny. Okay, all right. Elmer Fudd being, he's short and he's bald. What character does that remind you of? Mini-Me.
Yeah.
Shit. Even LeBron James as Robin from Batman and Robin.
I'm freaking Robin?
Nerd alert.
Sure. But I will say this: some of those I liked. They were fun, but outside the visual, there's really not much to them anymore. It's still a slideshow to tell you, hey, look at what we got.
It is. Well, when they were doing it here, it was part of the story in that, hey, we got to go grab these characters who have gone on to try to meld in other franchise, and we got to get the band back together. I thought I would dislike this, and I was like, you know what? Some of these are kind of funny, like especially the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
Yeah,
and I was like, and the stuff they did with the DC superheroes. I was like, this is working, and plus it's cartoon with cartoon.
Yeah,
all right.
I know. I actually, like I said, I like those.
Yeah, I was like, as long as you got this worked in, I can go with it.
But it still felt like Don Cheadle as algorithm. You get algorithm. It still felt like, I released the tunes for better possibilities around the what did they call it?
The serververse.
The serververse. I released them around the serververse for other opportunities, like selling us these movies.
Yeah.
So it's still like, even if I liked it, I'm like, man, it still feels kind of cheap though. But were they fun? Visually, they were. They were. The only one I just had a problem with, I was like, so Granny and Speedy Gonzalez in the Matrix. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Hands in your head!
Like, I didn't know what the fuck was happening there.
That was one of those where I was like, okay, it looks like you guys were just anxious, just hell bent on getting the Matrix in here. It's an old property.
It's an old joke.
It's an old joke.
Bullet time
that had been running to the ground.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even make sense. Like, how you pair these characters with this?
That didn't make no goddamn sense. Granny probably don't even like Mexicans. She's an old white woman. She don't even. She'd be the first one talking. Old ass Karen. She'd probably be the first one calling cops, talking about speak English. This is America. I didn't get that. And again, it just begs when I watch it. I just, I sit up here and I just say, really, why y'all doing this? And the answer is like, cause we can, bitch.
We own this.
Yeah, we own this. Listen, we ask you, do you want HBO Max or not? All right, somebody wants it if you don't.
Look, just subscribe and we can stop doing this. Get your friends to subscribe.
But the DC stuff worked.
Yeah, it did.
The DC stuff actually, people, I will tell you this. I keep talking about the commercialism behind it. Yes, and it's there. And look, we know that this is corporate, this is a business, but I will tell you that there's a lot of 2D animation stuff in here. There's a lot of imaginative things that they do. They do a whole DC world, and they don't, they do it where it's 2D animated, and it looks really good. It looks you could tell they put some thought into it. It was actually funny.
Yeah,
there's some nice sparks of creativity all through this.
Yeah, even when they come back around to the Themyscira with Wonder Woman, they really put work into it.
Yeah, no, they do, and there's a lot of stuff that they do they spend a lot of time with the 2D animation. They spend more time with the 2D animation than I thought they would. And the 2D animation is actually really good. And even when they turn into 3D characters, I didn't mind that because I thought, you know what? The technology has gotten to the point where they're able to bring in 2D type movements now to the 3D models. So I thought that was getting better. And it's not... It didn't feel like a gimmick because, again, they worked that into the story why they look like they do.
Sure.
I was enjoying it a lot more than and y'all don't want to hear it, but I was enjoying it a lot more than I thought. Until you had to do it, boy, I forgot.
I know, because I was sitting there going like, man, this is so much better than I expected. I'm actually having fun with it, and I forgot about that scene that was in the trailer, and it's like,
people, I forgot I was having a good time, and I was letting a lot of things go. And then the notorious P.I.G. had to pick up the mic and had to run his mouth.
I was famous before the internet.
That shit ain't any less cringy than it was. It's actually more because you kind of enjoying things that go along, and then he pulled this shit, and you're like, why? Why?
Well, you know what also makes it cringy is that it doesn't really fit. They stopped the story to have a flimsy excuse to throw that in there.
They knew that there would be. They counted how many black people they had in here. They probably got to 2, LeBron James and Don Cheadle. Like, you know what? We got too many black folks coming to this movie for us not to put some hip hop up in here. We got to get urban.
Yeah.
I'm telling you who did this, because this shit came out of nowhere. Yeah. And it's all because some executive came in and forced them to do this shit.
Because somebody said the word notorious P.I.G. and they all went, we got to go with that. And once it was devised and they were in love with it, they were determined to crowbar that shit in this movie because it did not have a place. But they had a good groove going. They had set up the rules. Everything was playing by it. They had the momentum.
Yep.
And they went like, stop the beat.
And they did.
Maybe they could have worked it in if they said like, oh, this is going to be the halftime show. But it wasn't.
That would have been, wow, that would have been good.
Right. A break. But no, they were right in the middle of the game and just went like, oh, rule change. We can do this now.
God damn you, man. Whoever that dude is that did this, because I can guarantee you when this was thought up, there was not a black person in the room. And if it was one.
Yeah.
And he looked around and said, I can't say shit.
I got kids. I can't get fired.
This, man. Yeah.
Right. What if we had him rap? Oh, yeah, like Notorious P.I.G. That's brilliant. Yes. Wait, what? No, well, I didn't really mean. Oh, fuck.
Shit. Hey, your people would like this, right, Larry? Yeah, boss.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, boss. Whatever. I still got a job. And yeah. That part was horrible.
It was.
That part, if I had to just stop and take one part of this movie to rate, that's a you right there if there ever was.
I know.
I hated it. I stopped. I almost cried. I said, why y'all doing this shit? The whole theater, everybody just like they were looking at porn. They just stopped looking at each other. Everybody put their head down.
Yeah, right. Looking at porn. Like they're all ashamed to meet each other's eyes.
Yeah. I like some other things here too. I thought first of all, Don Cheadle is really good in this, man.
You know, it's funny because when he first came on, I thought, they probably should have got a zanier actor for this. But the longer he played it, the more I became like, I just light up every time he's on screen.
Yeah, Don Cheadle is great in this. All right, I know that's crazy to say because I know y'all want to hear a bunch of negative shit about this. I know you do. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
All right, even at the risk of y'all losing respect for me, I can't lie to you. There were a lot of good things in this movie, and Don Cheadle was great. He's having so much fun.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's a pro, man.
Give that guy an Emmy.
Yeah. Now, see, you give him Emmys for 98 seconds on Falcon and Winter Soldier. Space Jam, A New Legacy. Get that man an Oscar.
Yeah, no, he's an old pro, a real veteran, and yeah, he stepped up to the material, made it better than it was.
Like I was saying, I like some of the animation in here. I really like the animation in here, and I like some of the designs. The Goon Squad, which are designed after real basketball players, I thought the designs for those were really cool.
They were.
I thought the designs and the animation, because they all have different powers and whatnot, I thought that was kind of awesome.
Beautiful mind of Dominic James.
In the brow.
Flyest guy on the squad.
Dang. They do to my boy AD.
And I'm gonna tell you that last basketball game loses his mind. It makes no sense. I mean, it's Looney Tunes, so but they don't have no rules. They just making things up as they go along. It's based on the animation, the abilities, and how much star power you can throw in the middle of it. It makes no sense at all. It's nuts. It's insane.
But they do tell you that right off. That's like, hey, no rules. It's going to be whatever we say.
Yeah, no, and for some people, it's going to be way too hectic, way too insane, way too chaotic. And for some other people, like kids are going to have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
Kids are going to have a good time. Somebody said this is a regular NBA Finals game. Oh, who said that, man? George. Yeah, so, I mean, really, the whole controversy of putting all these adult characters in there, Game of Thrones, putting in all these references, like Rick and Morty and whatnot, man. And I gotta tell you, I did, even with Rick and Morty being in there, man. Yeah, they might have sold out, but it still made sense why they were there.
It did, and with these things, a lot of it, like with Rick and Morty, it's pop in, say some lines, and then get out.
Yeah.
It's what you want a cameo to be.
It was quick. Yeah. It was very quick.
It was like a pizza delivery.
It was quick and it was funny, man. These kids, they probably know the references. I mean, it's just like when we grew up and we didn't know exactly what they were talking about, but we knew the references.
Well, that was the thing, because I thought, man, they're throwing in a lot of references that kids now, at least the ones who they're targeting, probably don't know. But then I thought, you know what? When I was a kid, I watched those Looney Tunes cartoons. They had all kinds of references. Those cartoons were made in the 40s.
Yeah.
And they referenced all kinds of people I didn't know, but I still, on some level, got the context. And as I got older, it was always fun to go like, oh, this is what
that's where that's from. Yeah. And I've gone through that experience too. That music, characters, history they would talk about that I didn't get that was relevant at the time. Felt kind of cool to find out years later. You'd be sitting in your car like, oh shit!
Yeah,
or you caught something on TV, or you saw the real thing.
Yeah, pardon me, but can you help a fellow American who's down on his luck?
You know what? I hate to say this. I didn't know that reference until I was 18 years old.
Oh yeah, I was older too. Man, finally watched Treasure of the Sierra Madre and went, oh, that's where that's. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's not as clever as something like Pixar. Pixar throws in Pixar, they have themes, they have story, they have jokes, and that are very intelligent, that are very clever, and those things work so much better than what they do here. Most of the visuals are here, they're quick, they're mostly there to sell you something, so they're not as clever as those movies, but are they worth the chuckle sometimes? Yeah, and are they gonna ruin kids? They're gonna corrupt their minds because they put the dudes from A Clockwork Orange in there? No. What's gonna happen is your kid's gonna grow up to be some hipster. They're gonna get into Kubrick one day and think they know everything. Gonna be like, oh, I saw that. Oh shit! I don't want anybody to know I saw that Bugs Bunny movie. Oh yeah, I knew about this when I was a kid, man. Yeah.
No, you're right. They'll grow up and they'll be hipsters. They'll watch old Kubrick films because that's the thing to do.
Yep.
And there'll be something familiar about A Clockwork Orange, but they won't be able to put their finger on it.
Yeah, and they'll remember it was some dudes in underwear jumping around at a basketball game with the Looney Tunes and LeBron James. But so those references are not as bad. They don't dwell on them.
No.
They don't put a camera on them for a long time. They're in the background.
Despite all my preconceptions, I found the movie to be fun. I might not have liked it as much, but it was still fun. And I think if for a kid or anybody younger, this is much better than the original Space Jam.
Yeah, I think so too.
The only real down things I didn't like was besides that rap scene, which is just god awful. Yeah. And I think the with the voices, the guy who does Bugs Bunny, I don't know. I mean, he's serviceable, but he does a lot of voices, and he's spot on with most. Bugs Bunny, not so much. At least it didn't quite sound like Bugs Bunny to me. I just had to accept that. Okay, it's just not going to be there. I was really pleasantly surprised by this movie. I would give it a low matinee.
Low matinee. Yeah. Kids are going to grow up on this, and kids are going to go see this now, and they're going to love this, man. They're going to have a really good time with this. And I was going to probably go for a low matinee myself until he up.
You walk the street, how your last name rhythm and you still
you. No. I'll give it a high rental. It was almost going to be a very low matinee for me, but because of things like that,
I know
I can't go that far. So it's a high rental for me, but it is a positive for me. I did enjoy this. I had fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I can't, man, look at me in my eye. I know. Y'all waiting for like psych.
I know. No. I would love to give you what you want.
Yeah, I can't come in here and do this because y'all thought we were gonna talk shit about this. Man, they didn't talk shit like I want them to. I'm sorry. I like this. I actually like this. I like this a lot. But yeah, it's a high rental for me. And that's a positive high rental.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I feel you. I'm pretty much there myself. If we had something in between those two, that's what I'd be going for.
Yeah, man. Well, y'all ain't no critics.
But what about the commercialism? Okay, as opposed to the first Space Jam, I'm missing something.
Can I tell y'all something? Don't sit up here and talk to me about the commercialism. I was able to look past that. It's a little bit too much for me, but I was able to get past it.
Yeah.
All y'all who defend Star Wars today, you ain't being nothing but pumped with commercialism. Ain't no story.
Mm-mm.
My God.
No, it's toy commercials.
It's a toy. Oh my God, I'm 30 years old, and that reminds me I have to buy another X-Wing fighter. Oh, you getting punked out with commercialism all over Star Wars, man, and everything else out there. You tell me about just because this is Looney Tunes, all of a sudden, oh my God, you got self-respect. Get the in with that.